Howdy, folks. Double J here. That's right. That's Jeff, Jarrett. That's Double J, Jeff Jarrett. And the new kid on the block as far as podcasting goes. That's right. My World with Jeff Jarrett drops every Tuesday. See how I did that? I learned from the best, the very best. K-Dog and Disco. Man, all kidding aside, 5 years. That is that's impressive, and I do want to take this time to say congrats and wish you another great 5 years. And K-Dog, we go way back, and I've always and oftentimes thank you for your service work in the military. But today I'm going to publicly thank you for your service work for carrying Disco's ass for the last 5 years. It's truly amazing work. And Disco, I do want to tell you, all kidding aside. Yeah, I got to tell you congrats, but I also want to leave you with this. I'll leave you with these 4 famous words. Focus on the bananas.
Yo, happy 5th anniversary to Keeping It 100. Thank you very much to the both of you for always being the people that tell me what I need to hear and not what I want to hear. It has helped me tremendously, personally and professionally in my life. I wish you all the best, and I'm hoping this episode is going to be filled with kazoos. And I'm hoping it's going to be very respectful, not very disrespectful, okay? Disco, be on your best behavior. Don't break Conan's balls. And Conan, please don't cut off Disco's balls. Hope to see you guys around. I miss you guys very much.
My, oh my, it's been 5 whole years that Keeping It 100's been on the air. Holy crap. Conan, I admire your work ethic. Disco, I admire nothing about you. Conan, I believe that you will have the show on for another 20 years. Disco, if you were doing it without Conan, you would have the show on for another 20 minutes. Tops. You are a blithering, blathering, bumbling, fumbling, stumbling buffoonowitz, an idiot, an ignoramus, and you have a big nose. And you're an idiot. Oh, and you're a dum-dum, too. I forgot. Oh, and, but in all that meanness aside, not that it's not true, but it is, but, I do find Disco slightly funny on, occasionally. And, but at least he's an idiot, though. Bless his heart. He's one of those special children. The people, let's put it this way. His father said to him when he was about, 10, 12 years old, not that I wish you weren't born. He said, I wish you didn't exist. His own father said that to him. Oh, that's sad. Until you know Disco, and then you realize, yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, happy 5-year anniversary, Conan and Disco. Disco sucks. I rue the day that I invented that gimmick for you. I rue the day. That's it. That's enough. This has gone on long enough. This parade of idiocy that you've done, Disco. Just quit. Quit the company, quit the show, quit everything, and go back to serving dishes at Waffle House. That's it. Goodbye. Bye-bye and bye-bonds. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer, and I'm here to wish my good friend, K-Dog, Conan, congratulations on 5 years of your podcast, K100. I mean, you deserve a medal. Not for all the great amount of people that you've helped in this business, and not for your great podcast, but for dealing with the Disco Inferno for 5 years. There's a special place in heaven. To the extreme and more. The K100 podcast, 5 years. Wish you many more, bud. Let's go Padres, even though I'm a Mets and Yankees fan.
Yo, this is Mark Madden, the super genius from Pittsburgh, PA, the greatest sports radio host in this great nation of ours, the foundation of TNT Monday Nitro when WCW was in its death rattle, and a regular guest on this podcast. You're celebrating the anniversary of this podcast, and 5 years, whatever, congratulations, I guess. But there's how many wrestling podcasts out there? Dozens and dozens and dozens, and they all suck. So 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, really, who gives a fuck? But I do want to congratulate the great Conan, because he is one of the greatest stars in the history of Lucha. I mean, just watch his match against Pero at When Worlds Collide. Nuclear heat, top 5 in his industry, in his country. And how many wrestlers can say that? He's like the Bruno Sammartino of Mexico, and that's a compliment, even though I hated Bruno Sammartino. So, Conan, you're doing a great job, one of the most knowledgeable wrestling people I know. But after 5 years, are you telling me you couldn't get somebody better than Disco Inferno? I mean, for f***'s sake, pick a homeless guy off the street. Get a job guy from AEW. God knows they have enough of him on TV every week. They gotta know more about the business than Disco. He stole Steve Austin's finisher. His Vegas Golden Knights are choking like dogs. He has no loyalty as a sports fan. He's the worst junkie gambler ever. He mops semen off the floors of a strip club, and you could use his nose for a 2-car garage. So, to recap, podcast Who Gives a Conan's awesome, and get Disco the out of there. This is Mark Madden. No doubt the best part of the Keeping It 100 podcast, as I am so many times, and would have been recently, except I was preempted for Chris Jericho's dad.
Hey, this is a national treasure, Nick Aldis, and I wanted to take a moment to congratulate Keeping It 100 on 5 years as my favorite wrestling podcast going today. Keeping It 100. That's where you're going to find me most likely, because a lot of these other podcasts, you just can't trust them. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But listen, let's take a minute to recognize Conan for something other than the multifaceted man that he is in professional wrestling. I mean, the guy's a legendary wrestler, manager, commentator, booker, but I think maybe he doesn't get recognized enough for his charity work, because I can only assume that Disco being on the show for as long as he had is some sort of community outreach thing. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that people recognize Conan for that. You know, he has to put up with a lot, and he does it, you know, out of the goodness of his heart for Glenn. So anyway, good work on that, and I'm sure I'll be back again very soon. And also, thank you for being a great partner for LegacySups.com. You send a lot of business our way, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate the Keeping It 100 family for supporting Legacy Subs. And yeah, congrats on 5 years, guys, and I'm sure I'll be on again very, very soon. Boom.
This is Frankie Kazarian. I want to congratulate my friends Conan, Joe, and even Disco on 5 years of Keeping It 100. I've known Conan for almost 20 years, and a long time ago, he went out of his way to help me when he didn't necessarily have to. And I'll always remember and I'll always appreciate that. Here's to many more, gentlemen. Cheers.
Hey, it's Court Bauer from Major League Wrestling, and I want to wish Conan, Disco, and the rest of the crew a happy 5th anniversary. I'm so pumped. Here's to 5 more years. In fact, I've sent you guys a gift. MLW's LA Park is coming to give Disco chair shots for each year that you're celebrating, plus 1 for good luck. Hope you enjoy that, Disco.
Yo, 1-2, this Vinny Paz, Pac Pistol Paz, the Sicilian shooter. I'm wishing mi hermano, K-Dog, 5-year anniversary. I love y'all brothers. Disco, what up, my man? Jojo the Bozo wants me to bury you, but I will not do that. He's supposed to be my Philly compadre. He acted Hollywood on me, so I will not be burying Disco, will not be burying mi hermano, K-Dog, they're my brothers, but I will be burying Jojo. Yo, all jokes aside, 5 years, man, that's quite an accomplishment. Y'all have got me through some rough times on tour, some rough times on the road. I love y'all brothers. Y'all are my family. Here's to 50 more. Keep it up, fellas. Peace.
Conan, why? Conan, why? Conan, it is me, Vince Russo. Russo'sBrand.com. It is me, Conan. The drama queen. The sensitive one. The girly man. The sissy Mary. The biatch, Conan. Conan. You broke my heart, Conan. Conan, you Fredo'd me, Conan. Conan, you stopped talking to me because I'm a drama queen, Conan. Hey, Conan, when things like this happen sometimes, drastic things, Conan, call for drastic measures. You want to cut me off, Conan, because I'm a sensitive little drama queen, biatch? Well, you cut me off, Conan, because I had to do something very, very bad, Conan. I had to pull out the Italian horn. You see, when an Italian is wronged, we pull out the horn and we curse people and we curse things. You don't believe me? Ask your twin brother in Hendersonville, Tennessee, what I did to his Tennessee Titans. Conan, the Padres. Officially cursed. That may explain why they're looking up at my Giants. Never will there be a World Series for your beloved Padres unless you contact me and you apologize for the name calling. But regardless, Conan, I love you. I've always loved you for 20 years. I've loved keeping it 100 for 5 years. But Conan, you broke this little heart.
Hey, this is Jason Powell of ProWrestling.net. Happy 5th anniversary to Conan for his Keeping It 100 podcast. Hey, K-Dog, a bit of sports gambling advice for you. Ask Disco for his picks, and then bet the opposite. You'll win Jeff Bezos money in no time, and then you can build your own rocket ship and send Disco back to his home planet where he belongs. As a guy I know likes to say, boom.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Ortiz here. Just want to wish you a happy 5-year milestone of K100. That's no small feat, man. I hope you go another 5 years or even 50 years at that. Keep up the good work, guys, and we'll talk soon. Can't wait for y'all to have me back on. Peace.
It's the Zombie Princess, Jimmy Jacobs here, just shouting out to say congratulations to Conan, Joe, Disco, for your 5-year anniversary of Keeping It 100. Conan, you have had a legendary career for the past 30-plus years by always reinventing yourself and keeping your finger on the pulse, knowing what's cool, and just having this brilliant mind in general. And Disco, I've got to give you credit too. It takes a certain kind of talent to be untalented and still be successful. I really mean that. After all these years, somehow you've managed to stay relevant. You probably have Conan to thank for that. But Conan, Joe, and even Disco, congratulations.
Hello, everybody. It's Kenny the Star Maker Bolin here on behalf of my son, the Prince, and we could not let the day go by without sending a congratulatory message to my dear friend Conan. 5 years of Keeping It 100, the 5-year anniversary. What an amazing accomplishment. Not that he's done 5 years in podcasting. Not 5 years of Keeping It 100, but 5 years of that boat anchor, that albatross, that fool, that buffoon, that goof, that idiot, Disco Inferno, wrapped around your neck, bringing down your podcast, bringing down your ratings. Can you imagine how great it would be if you had a podcast partner like me? Can you imagine if it were the King and Conan teamed up? You don't have to have Disco Inferno anymore. You can get rid of him. He's a closet proud boy. You've admitted it yourself. He doesn't believe in COVID. He doesn't believe in masks. And he's infecting not only computers, but people all over the world, and I suggest you get rid of him now. But otherwise, congratulations. We love you, Conan. And one more thing before I go, I want to direct this at that boat anchor, your albatross, Disco Inferno. We've named him on Twitter. He makes a fool of himself every day, shaming the good name of Conan by even being associated with you. I challenge him to a debate anytime. Home and home, he can come on the Bolin Alley. I'll come on your show. I still want to do the music show, don't get me wrong, but I think Dislo needs to be put in his place. He needs to be made a fool out of like he does on Twitter every day, only I want to do it on video. I want to do it on your show. I want to show everybody what a blithering idiot you've got for a podcast host, that I think that you're doing charity work by just even having him associated with your podcast. So I challenge you, Dislo. Me and you, one-on-one, we'll debate any topic you like, your God, your hero, Donald Trump, COVID, mask, anything you want to debate. I dare you to accept my challenge, Dislo. I said good day.
Good God, it's been 5 years of my boys Disco and Conan keeping it 100, and I just want to send a big congratulations to everybody who's ever participated. It's your favorite Cajun, the Southern Stomper Luke Hawks. Let's go for another 20 more, baby.
So, of course, you couldn't have a 5-year anniversary for Keeping It 100 without including the guys from Get My Go, and here to say congratulations. I have Mike Durbin, I have Rad Rob, I have the Chadster.
Who? Rad the Turtle.
Who? And I have Dean, the Aussie guy. So what would you guys like to say to Conan and Disco about their terrific show, Keeping It 100, that's now been on for 5 long years?
Conan and Disco, congratulations on 5 years of tremendous shows. Thank you for everything you've done for Get My Go. You promote us multiple times each week. We love you for it, and you guys always have an open invitation.
Conan has no idea who I am. No, I've been the MC for his show 5 times. It's Rad the Turtle. He's mentioned me. Joe's mentioned me in the show several times. I just want to come on here and congratulate you for 5 years. Hopefully you got 5 more. and maybe 5 more after that.
Yeah, congratulations, fellas. 5 years. If not for keeping it 100 and the parody accounts busting Kevin Gill's balls, I never would have created Fat Coon. Thank you, keeping it 100. 5 great years.
Great, that's who we got to blame for that today.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that one up. I mean, I've heard my name mentioned a lot of times on the show in the end, the closing credits. But I appreciate the razzing. I appreciate the ribbing of the Diamond Conversation gets. Although the suggested gets have ignored me, you never know who's going to pop up next on Diamond Conversations. But I appreciate everything you guys do for podcasting and putting out a great product every single week. Keep up the great work.
Boom.